I have attempted suicide more times than I can count on my hands. It began for me at the age of 17 years old. Was my first attempt in 2001, and my last attempt would have been in 2016. I have required surgery, and I'm extremely lucky to be here today. Growing up, mental health and suicide and how you were feeling isn't something we really talked about. So I grew up with a lot of verbal abuse in my youth, and it instilled in me a lot of doubt, self-doubt. And so it always affected my ability to be outgoing or make friends or just be comfortable meeting new people, because I believed I was stupid or I was never going to be anything.
Women attempt suicide more often than men, and yet they're not dying as frequently as men. Well, men aren't asking for help, right? Because maybe they can ask for help. So women, clearly, it looks to me like they're asking for help.
Okay.
Because they're not dying.
Okay.
If you're dying, you're not asking for help. You're done. So I think that's part of what it is men don't have the ability to ask for help. And maybe that's why they take more lethal means.
Has the help helped, right? Because on one side, we're reluctant to help. On the other side, is the help sufficient? Is it working, right? Has it really saved anybody's life? Or is there more that needs to be done, right? In these conversations with men's mental health and with Movember, we're always saying, share your story, reach out for help. It's okay to cry, right? Is it enough though? Is society doing enough? Because do men need to be better at reaching out, or does society need to be better at reaching out to men?
I want you in the dark of the dark places to say your name. Nobody can take that from you. And in your name, you have strength. What do you want your name to mean? And if you've got something that's bothering you, you've got to ask yourself, what character do I want to be? Am I going to be a weak person? Am I going to be a strong person? Am I going to survive this? Also realize there's a time and a season for everything. Not everything's going to stay the same. So how you're going to come out the other side is also up to you.
My perspective when it comes to why men suffer so much, and just based on my own experiences and my own inner work looking within myself after my divorce, that flipped my entire world upside down, really. Becoming a father for the first time and not knowing how that was going to go, like fucking up basically since day one.
Unfortunately, down the road, you end up being the bully. And you start using it for all the wrong reasons. They were right at the time. They protected you. But so learning about my manhood, I'm still learning that.
Sometimes we're misguided by either our fathers or a lack of a father in many communities or in many people's personal circumstances. And we're left to kind of figure out what does being a man really mean or look like, right? We're left to things like Hollywood. We're left to the schoolyard. And without proper guidance and without proper acceptance from society and from community, we're left to figure it out all alone.
August 16th, my son passed away. I don't want to get into too many details of that, but my son passed away, and that was extremely hard for me to deal with. I did not think I was gonna get through that.
I've seen the way we treat mental health patients, and I've seen the life that the vast majority of people with mental health, especially if you have severe mental health, how we're treated in our society. We're not good with mental health. If you got cancer, everybody's around you to support you in the whole bit. If you're schizophrenic or any other kind of severe mental health issue, you're a pariah. People don't want to be around you.
We are men, but we're also human. We have hearts that are both soft and hard. We are learning how to do all of the things the right way. As a male, I'm sorry for the mistakes that we have made. And as an individual, I'm sorry for the mistakes that I have made. As a male, I will tell you that I possess all of the courage, all of the strength, all of the intellect, and all of the ability to overcome the things that are presented to me. And I believe in the men that are around me to do so because I'm in their space as well. So if you are a male and you're hearing this and you're alone, what I'll tell you is you're not alone. You're not the first, you won't be the last, but I believe in you to be the best person for yourself to see yourself through. Live your life in such a way that it is evidence and proof that their way of doing it was wrong. I look forward to the moment I get to see my father next. When I get to see him next, I get to say, thank you for all the things you gave me and all the things you didn't give me. My community labeled me the Citizen of the Year. What does that mean to you? How did we get there? And what is missing? Wouldn't it have been cool if there were two of us? Imagine if I'm so good doing all these things that I'm doing by myself. Imagine if you're doing those things too, Dad. So what I'm saying is, we can identify what we don't like. We can have a challenge with the previous generation. But in the life that we have now, I don't think it's fully fair to, unless your soul needs it, to really force yourself to commit to living a resolution for something that's past. If they want to be there, they're going to be there. I'm going to go give it an invitation, but I'm not going to spend the time chasing it down. If you know that you suffered something as a child and that person hasn't shown you the self-awareness, because that's the first step, because how can I tell you that this hurt me if you never thought you hurt me? Maybe it's not worth the distance between us for me to hold on to this dumb ideology that I noticed didn't even serve you. I'm so proud of you, my child. You did better than I did. Can we be equals? Tell me how you did the thing that you did. Can I bask in this wonderful thing that you've become? Like, it's a very challenging thing to say, but I wouldn't chase it, man, because they didn't chase you.
By me sharing my story and continuing to share my story, it allows me to get these thoughts off of my chest, get these emotions off of my chest, and it allows me to really understand that it's okay that I'm feeling this way. It's okay what I've been through, and it's okay to be sad and cry, but I still need to move forward with my life.